Hey everybody, it's John with Rugged Cams here. Today what I'm going to show you is your typical setup for your new PTZ to your DVR system. You've just received your PTZ, you've opened your box, you've seen your cabling, you've got questions. Pretty normal, everyone has them. So what you do is you take a look at your PTZ cabling. First thing you're going to locate, your standard BNC video connector. You run that back all the way from the PTZ location to your DVR over, RG59, your standard coax cable. Take a look and find out your power wires, depending on your camera. 12 volt DC, 24 volt AC, doesn't matter, but they'll always be red and black. No questions there, pretty simple. Then your RS-45 cabling. This is the wire that you're going to be using to control your PTZ from your joystick controller or your DVR itself. Orange and yellow, pretty standard colors. Orange is almost always positive and yellow is almost always negative. Your color code may be a little bit different, don't worry about it, we'll get to the cheat sheet here in a second. You may have one, this one has two. Your last set of wires on a normal PTZ here, you'll see your yellow and green stripe. These are earth grounds. But as always, if you have any questions specifically about what's what, you can always take a look on the cable itself. There's a sticker, a little tag that tells you what's what. Give you a quick rundown just in case you get lost or confused. But at any rate, your camera's mounted. You're going to attach your power supply. We would suggest it to be as close to the camera as you can possibly get it. We don't want to run power 200-300 feet. It's not recommended. Then your data cable, that can be a piece of Cat 5, and just pick out a color pair, like your blue-white. I like to keep my solids positive and my stripes negative, so I'll run my Cat 5 from the PTZ all the way back to the DVR. Like I said, I like to pick the blue-white pair. It's the first color in the telco color code, doesn't really matter here. But at any rate, I take the blue, which I've made positive at the camera, and the blue-white, which is the negative for the RS-45 of the camera, plug them into the DVR. On the back side of our systems, you're going to find a little green terminal block with orange push buttons. You'll take your solid blue, which is the RS-45 positive, and that will be connected into the pin 4, the positive input. You'll take your negative, in this case the blue-white, and you're going to run that into pin 5. So pin 4 is the RS-45 positive, pin 5 is the RS-45 negative. Your next step is to go ahead and boot your camera up. And what you're going to be looking for on your live monitor here, just to verify your settings, what you're putting into the DVR. See if I can get you a quick screenshot, a picture I took earlier. What you're looking here is the protocol. What we always use is Pelco D. Our dome address or cam ID, this is your only PTZ, we'll have it set as 1. Then you're going to be looking for your COM or your baud rate. This camera was set 9600. If yours is different, don't worry about it. You'll be able to change that in your DVR menus. So after you've got those notes taken, you know exactly what's what, protocol, baud rate, and ID. Come to your DVR, get a hold of your trusty mouse, give a right click, go into your setup menu. In your setup menu, you're going to go to the camera section, locate the PTZ section. Under protocol, because we're working on channel 1, we'll come over here. And instead of none, we give it a double left click and we find the Pelco D protocol. Our camera ID, you see there's sequential, so for cam ID 1 on channel 1, that's already correct. And the default here is 9600. We prefer the 2400 baud rate because the higher the baud rate, the shorter distance of control you're going to have over that RS-45. So in this case, bigger numbers are actually not as good as the smaller numbers. So we prefer 2400. You give it a double click, a double left click, select that. But since we're doing 9600, we're going to leave that alone, and you just save. Then exit out. To test and make sure everything's set, configured, wired properly, pick out your live video stream, give it a double left click to go full screen, right click one more time, and select PTZ control. You'll see your on-screen controls pop up, because this is just a regular old dome camera that I'm using here for this. If yours, PTZ, you left click, it ought to go left. You want to go right, up, down, zoom in, zoom out. To get out of this menu, right click one more time and exit. Double left click to return to your multi-channel mode, and that's it. If it doesn't pan out for you, something's not going quite right, as always, you can give us a call. We'll get you caught up, squared away, get it figured out. And you guys have a great day.